Hi guys, I'm Max Weinbach with XDATV, and today I'm going to show you my first impressions on the Xiaomi Mi 9. Let's get started. So a couple hours ago, I got the Mi 9 in, and I've been playing with it since then. And it feels nice. So the specs on my unit right here is 6 gigs of RAM, 64 gigabytes of storage, and then the Snapdragon 855. So it's very fast. It's got the latest processor, enough RAM, and enough storage. I have no issues with that. It has a triple camera setup, 48 megapixels, and then an ultra-wide and a telephoto lens. I'm not sure what the megapixel count is on those, but it does have a 48 megapixel main sensor. Now flipping it over to the front, you can see it's got an underscreen fingerprint scanner, just like most modern flagships do have. This one is optical instead of ultrasonic, so if you just kind of put your finger down on it, you can see it turns green there. So it is not going to be as fast as the fingerprint scanner on a phone like the Galaxy S10 Plus. So you can see it's definitely kind of slow. It does have these cool features here where you can select the different modes. So like you have a search or the other features there. All around, feels nice. I do have to say, it does feel kind of cheap in my opinion. I don't know how to really describe that feeling, but if you hold something like an iPhone XS or a Pixel 3 or even the Galaxy S10, you'll know what and then you hold this, you'll know what I mean. It just doesn't feel super premium, which again, at the price point you're getting it at around, I think it was around $550, maybe $600 US. It's not going to be as premium as those $1,000 smartphones. It's very similar in feeling to a device like the OnePlus 6T, or this is the OnePlus 6. They feel very similar. And when I say they feel very similar, I mean the back glass, both of them have the same type of curved edge. They both have very similar weights. They both feel very similar altogether. If you have the OnePlus 6T, also has an optical fingerprint scanner, also has that teardrop notch at the top. This has a slightly bigger notch. Now, I do have to say, after using it and taking some pictures, the camera's pretty good. The camera's definitely really good. But I don't know how much better it is than something like the Pixel or the S10 Plus. I can immediately tell the ultra-wide lens on the Mi 9 is not as good as the S10 Plus. It's not as wide, it's just not as good. I don't know. It's just really not that good. It doesn't even seem that wide. See, that's just up there. That is ultra wide. That's normal. It just seems slightly wider. It's not a huge difference compared to the main lens. And then showing off some of the pictures out of the main lens, it just doesn't look that great. And this is just first impressions. I haven't really gone to look at all the details in the pictures. They just don't look that great out of the main lens. Again, I might be spoiled by the Pixel and then by the S10, but they're just not that great. The display itself is fine, but when you look at the bar at the top here, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but there's a green LED line right in between the white and blue. And it's up at the top and around the notch. There's this weird green bar. I've noticed it on the OnePlus 6, but I've never seen it on any other device. And it's just really weird. Another thing is, this is a 1080p panel for the display, and you can tell it's 1080p. It's just not as clear as, again, the Galaxy S10 Plus or the Pixel. And it looks pretty similar to the OnePlus 6, panel-wise. Again, just not that great. Otherwise, it's insanely fast phone, has MIUI 10.2, so has the iOS looking design to it, nice recents menu. Then if you go down to Geekbench here, I ran a score earlier, you can see it got a pretty high score. Single core score is about what I would expect off of a Snapdragon 855, but that multi-core score is really high. That's close to iPhone levels, and that is widely known to be the fastest processor in Geekbench, and this is almost hitting those same scores. The one thing I do have to mention, though, this fingerprint scanner here is not very fast. You do that on the S10 Plus, you're able to get in. Specifically for me. You can see it took a lot of tries there. If you hold your finger down, it does let you in, but I did have to re-register my fingerprint a couple times because it just wouldn't register my finger. It just kept shooting me out. Again, I'm going to have to use this for a while before I actually give you my full review and opinion on it. But first impressions are pretty decent, I guess. It's good for the price you're getting, and it feels nice to hold, though a bit cheap. But all around, it does seem really nice. For being the same price as the Mi Mix 3, the Mi Mix 3 definitely felt nicer, more premium, and was just a better product. But again, this is the Mi 9. The Mi 9 is a lot nicer spec-wise. Performance-wise, feels about the same using it. I mean, MIUI was fast all around. But I don't know. This phone is just really different from some of the other devices I've used, and it's going to take me a while to get used to it and to be able to give you a full opinion on it. Thank you guys for watching. I do want to just mention that this video is coming out of the front-facing camera on the Mi 9. So is the audio, so you guys can let me know how it sounds and how the picture looks. It is 1080p, 30 frames per second, and that is the maximum. So let me know in the comments what you think of the Mi 9, if you guys plan on getting one, and just all around what Xiaomi is doing, and if you guys don't mind the slightly higher prices for better specs, better design, and better performance.